It has been a decade now since a player at an English club surpassed the magic 40-goal mark in all competitions in a season. That was Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo back in 2007-08, his 42 goals in 49 matches propelling Sir Alex Ferguson's team to glory both in the Premier League and the Champions League. As well as finishing as the Premier League leading goalscorer with 31, the Portuguese star also contributed 8 goals in the Champions League and 3 in the FA Cup. This season, we find ourselves with 3 players who could potentially make it to the 40-goal mark. Tottenham's Harry Kane looks the most likely. He is already on 35 goals for this season, including 24 in the Premier League, 4 in the FA Cup and 7 in the Champions League. Given that Spurs remain in the FA Cup, where they travel to Swansea City in the 6th round, and the Champions League, where their last 16 tie with Juventus is nicely poised, Kane has every chance. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, enjoying an outstanding debut season at Anfield, is already on 32 goals for the season, including 24 in the league, 1 in the FA Cup and 7 in Europe. The Egyptian's blistering pace has proved a mighty weapon and Salah has dovetailed perfectly with Liverpool's other exciting attackers. As well as their free-scoring performances in the Premier League, Liverpool remain very much in the Champions League, having demolished Porto 5-0 in the first leg of their last 16 tie. Manchester City's Sergio Aguero, a reliable goalscorer ever since he arrived in England's top flight, has 30 goals this season. This is comprised of 21 in the Premier League, 2 in the FA Cup, 3 in City's successful EFL Cup run, and 4 in the Champions League. Given the way City have been playing this season, you wouldn't bet against the Argentine cracking the 40 goals mark. They are romping away with the title and are among the favourites to win in Europe as well. We compare the styles and stats of the 3 players who may match, or even exceed, Ronaldo's impressive feat from 10 years ago. The front-runner to reach 40 goals, given he has already scored 35 this season, England's striker Kane is most certainly playing himself into form ahead of the World Cup. Once another August drought was out of the way, Kane has been in consistent goal-scoring form, stringing together a number of scoring sequences in consecutive games. For example, he scored 11 goals in 6 Spurs matches during September and back-to-back hat-tricks against Burnley and Southampton over Christmas. A professional who has devoted hours and hours to perfecting his shooting technique on the training field, 24-year-old Kane continues to improve in all aspects of his game. He is the only one of the 3 here who averages a goal a game across all competitions, and the only one to have an even split between left and right-footed goals, 14 for each, and headers, 7. While his shot conversion isn't as high, it is explained by the fact he takes on considerably more shots, a constant menace in and around the opposition penalty area. This is now the 4th consecutive season Kane has achieved high-scoring standards at Tottenham, and he has already matched his career best goal return of 35 thanks to improved performance in the Champions League. He should comfortably exceed Ronaldo's tally of 42 goals from here, even if Tottenham are eliminated by Juventus in the second leg of their Champions League last 16 tie. And that has undoubtedly attracted the attention of Real Madrid, who have been linked with a mega money bid for Kane either this year or next. While fans of the Premier League clubs Kane has scored against will be sick and tired of him, his outstanding form bodes well for England's chances in Russia this summer. Remaining matches: March 7 Juventus, Champions League, March 11 Bournemouth, A. March 17 Swansea City, A. FA Cup 6th round, April 1 Chelsea, A. April 3-4 possible Champions League quarter-final, first leg, April 7 Stoke City, A. April 10-11 possible Champions League quarter-final, second leg, April 14 Manchester City, H. April 20 Brighton, A. April 21-22 possible FA Cup semi-final, April 24-25 possible Champions League semi-final, first leg, April 30 Watford, H. May 1-2 possible Champions League semi-final, second leg, May 5 West Brom, A. May 13 Leicester, H. May 19 possible FA Cup final, May 26 possible Champions League final, TBC Newcastle, H. Few players have enjoyed such a spectacular first season at a Premier League club than Salah, whose integration into the exciting Liverpool frontline has been better than Jurgen Klopp or anyone else could have imagined. Liverpool's brand of free-flowing, rapid counter-attacking football suits the fleet-footed Egyptian down to the ground, and he has scored regularly throughout the season. 7 goals against Liverpool's fellow members of the Premier League top 6 has been an impressive return, while 7 goals in the Champions League have been key to their hopes in Europe. With Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain offering a constant supply line, Salah is never short of opportunities to terrorize defenders. What has surprised English fans who remember his unsuccessful spell with Chelsea is that Salah has been clinical in front of goal, playing as a centre forward as often as a winger. Salah has scored in his last 7 matches for Liverpool and is in sparkling form as Liverpool aim to cement their top 4 place and advance far in the Champions League. Their 5-0 thrashing of Porto away from home in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie, a game in which Salah scored, was one of their finest European displays from all eras. Also impressive about Salah is the fact he has supplied 9 assists and has a superior shot conversion percentage than both Kane and Aguero. You can basically expect him to score 1 in every 5 of his shots on goal. He needs another 8 to reach the 40-goal mark, and he has an excellent chance, especially in his current rich vein of scoring form. Remaining matches: March 6 Porto, H. Champions League, March 10 Manchester United, A. March 17 Watford, H. March 31 Crystal Palace, A. April 3-4 possible Champions League quarter-final, first leg, April 8 Everton, A. April 10-11 possible Champions League quarter-final, second leg, April 14 Bournemouth, H. April 22 West Brom, A. April 24-25 possible Champions League semi-final, first leg, April 28 Stoke City, H. May 1-2 possible Champions League semi-final, second leg, May 5 Chelsea, A. May 13 Brighton, H. May 26 possible Champions League final. Aguero has achieved a 30-plus goal return for Manchester City in 3 of his 6 seasons before this one, but the Argentine has never played in a team as good as this one. Already at the 30-goal mark from just 36 matches, Aguero continues to shine despite being surrounded by so many superstars. On the brink of his 200th goal for the club, 29-year-old Aguero is arguably the most consistent striker the Premier League has ever seen. Slippery inside the penalty box, because of his lightning-fast movement and clinical, when the ball comes to him, he's never had so much service as in Pep Guardiola's all-conquering side this season. There were concerns that the young Brazilian Gabriel Jesus may steal his thunder this season, but, thanks to his injuries and Aguero's stellar form, that hasn't come to pass. Like Salah, The City forward scores on average every 5 shots, and he has also supplied 7 assists for his teammates, not necessarily the preserve of an out-and-out centre forward. City have already lifted the EFL Cup this season with Aguero scoring a lovely lobbed goal against Arsenal, and they are racing away with the Premier League with many records set to tumble. There's every chance they can triumph in the Champions League as well, a competition where Aguero's accumulated NAS from big matches will come in very handy. Of the three, he's the only one to have racked up 4 goals in a game this season, and though he needs another 10 to reach 40 goals, the way City are playing, it is distinctly likely. Remaining matches: March 7 Basel, H, Champions League, March 12 Stoke City, A, March 31 Everton, A, April 3-4 possible Champions League quarter-final, first leg, April 7 Man United, H, April 10-11 possible Champions League quarter-final, second leg, April 14 Tottenham, A, April 22 Swansea, H, April 24-25 possible Champions League semi-final, first leg, April 29 West Ham, A, May 1-2 possible Champions League semi-final, second leg, May 5 Huddersfield, H, May 13 Southampton, A, May 26 possible Champions League final, TBC Brighton, H,